Hello and welcome to Game 3 of the Grand Vision Tournament. If you missed Game 1 and 2, I suggest you watch those first, and you can find the links in the description below. Okay, let's talk about the standings going into this game and what the stakes are for me heading into it. Let me bring up the scores here. All right, so Shenanimous, as you can see, has finished all of his games and currently has 16, and I'm pretty sure that means that he is locked into top 4. So I'm pretty sure the top 4 from this group are going to make it out into whatever the next stage may be. And Shenanimous is in a great position to at least be in the top 4. But the rest is still very open. So Arthur D here has completed all of his games and he's at 12. But Double D, Chem E, and Chimamanda could surpass him, or at worst case also end up with 12. So it looks like 12 is kind of like the minimum that might give you a chance to get into top 4 at the moment. If you look at my situation here, I've played 2 games. I've gotten second in both games. So just a reminder, first place is 5 points, second place is 3 points, third place is 2 points, and fourth place is 1 point. So I've got 2 second place finishes there. That's what the 3 and 3 represent. And that means that my current ceiling, if I were to win my next 2 games, getting 5 points for each of them, that would get me to 16. I could tie Shenanimous for first, potentially. Black Shadow still has a higher potential ceiling. If he wins his next three games, that would get him to 18 points. And you can figure out the rest. So there's still a lot of room. Unfortunately, Henho, VT, and Speth right now are eliminated in terms of getting into top 4. Speth still has a game to play, but no chance of making it into the top 4 down there. Everyone else kind of still has a chance. So that is the situation. Now, for me, if I were to get second, let's say in the next 2 games, that would bring me to 12. That would get me to that sort of minimum, but I feel like that's probably not going to be good enough. And so I'm pretty sure I feel I need to win at least one of my next 2 games, if not both. So those are the stakes going in, and let's get into it. Before we do, of course, if you enjoy what I'm doing here, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss anything coming out. You can follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/bludgeon. And if you want even more stuff, click the join button to become a member for exclusive videos and stream VODs. With that said, let's jump straight into the game. Okay, here we go. It's game 3 of the tournament. I'm player 4, so I'm gonna have first pick of leaders, and let's take a quick look at the Imperium row. Space Travel, Freighter Fleet, Guild Chief Administrator, Ixian Engineer, and Weirding Way. All right, taking a look at the text, Spaceport, Invasion Ships, and Holtzman Engine. Well, you know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and take Baron here. I haven't played Baron yet this tournament. I haven't played Baron in a while, but that's what I'm going to do this game, and we'll see how it goes. I expect to see Leto and Tessia both picked up here. I don't know. I know Shadow likes Elisa, but Tessia is the pick. There's Elisa for Mr. Byrne. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Leto. I mean, that's indeed what happened here. It's a tournament game, and so people are, you know, picking for strength primarily here. That's what I did with Baron. Baron, obviously a very strong leader, especially in Rise of Ix. I'm going to go ahead and take Guild and Freeman Influence for my Master Stroke, and we've got a skirmish. All right, so I've got Seek Allies and Signet Ring here. I'm not sure if this is the one that I want to use the Master Stroke on or not. I think I might prefer to do it next round if possible, but you know, I could end up getting blocked. That's something that people will do. So I might go to Wealth if I can, just so that I can get the Signet Ring trigger. So Leto opens up with Fold Space. Elisa goes to smuggling. Let's see what Tessia decides to do. So in our game here, we have Gurney Sanders on Leto, Mr. Byrne on Elisa, Black Shadow on Tessia, and I'm Bludgeon, and I'm on Baron Harkonnen. So just in case you need a refresher, the Master Stroke at the start of the game, secretly choose 2 factions. When you deploy 4 or more troops to the conflict in a turn, reveal your choices and gain 1 influence with each one. So crucially, those 4 troops have to go all in on the same turn, not the same round. Oh, that's what I wanted. Okay. I wonder if that was a deliberate move to block me there. Holtzman engine could be interesting. I'm not going to Hardy Warriors. I'm going to Still Suits. And I'm going to put in 1 for now. We'll see where things go. Nothing here, I think, worth early revealing for. There's like some interesting stuff here, but I'm going to be the final person to get a crack at it unless I early reveal. Like, I don't mind a space travel. Freighter Fleet is obviously quite nice if you can get it early. The Guild Chief Administrator as well. Pretty nice if you can get it early. Ixian Engineer, not a bad thing. Leto hits Hardy Warriors. I kind of expect that I wouldn't be at all surprised to see Black Shadow hit Hardy Warriors immediately next round just to stop me. Okay, so Leto has already played his diplomacy and his full space. Okay, Shadow goes to Mentat here. Rearranges the influence. Okay, that's why the wealth play happened. It's kind of, yeah, either wealth or Still Suits usually to rearrange that influence. So I think it's just going to be Carthag for me. And I'll use the reconnaissance. People won't know if I have the signet ring just yet. I'm not going to draw because I don't want to blow the diplomacy right now. If I get a combat intrigue, I could think about challenging Leto for this, but the thing is, I don't want to do that because I need to make sure I have troops available for the Hardy Warriors play so that I can deploy 4 at once. If I throw in 3 troops right now, I don't have a garrison, then it's gonna be really hard for me to deploy my 4 troops simultaneously to get that thing to work. Okay, so what? Okay, the Guild Chief Administrator was taken by Leto. That's pretty strong. Weirding Way taken by Elisa. That's actually a pretty interesting card for Elisa because she can... That's actually really interesting. That lets her set up her ability pretty nicely. Okay, there's a landing rights. I'd be happy to get that if I could. Arakeen for Shadow. Let's see what he commits here. Fine. I don't mind getting the spice, to be honest. All right, early landing rights. I haven't had a landing rights in a while, so I don't mind grabbing that at all. But yeah, for Elisa Ikaz, right? At the start of the round, she sets aside 1 card, and then she gets it back on her second turn. And if she uses it as her second agent, she gets a bonus resource. The Weirding Way lets you take 2 agent turns in a row. So you can kind of guarantee that it's going to line up the way you want with the Weirding Way, which I've never thought about before. Pretty interesting. All right, Siege of Carthage. I would not be surprised to see Shadow immediately hit Hardy Warriors here to block me. He knows I have diplomacy in hand. But another play I could make would be... No, he goes fold space. Okay, well that makes sense, honestly. Another play I could make would be Spice into Holtzman Engine. That would be pretty cool. Do I want to do that? Draw an extra card for the rest of the game starting immediately? I'm going to go ahead and do this now, just to get it done. And it means this isn't going to happen for me, right? Because I'm 1 water short now. So that was an interesting decision point there. That would have been really tempting, honestly, but I'm going to do this, and you know, hopefully that means I can get a shipment done when my turn comes back around. Hopefully next round I can get to fold space, but I might not be able to, depending on what Tessia gets up to. It's not gonna be a great shipping game for me, obviously, with Tessia right in front of me, having already unlocked shipping. You know, the dream with Baron is to unlock it early and then have a few rounds to yourself with it. That's not obviously gonna happen because Shadow has already unlocked it and he goes ahead of me 3 out of 4 rounds of the game. So I'm not going to be able to get a whole lot of shipping done, but, you know, what are you going to do? Okay, now, with my next agent, I don't have a great play, really. I could grab this for Spice, or, well... With that Spice, I could then pick up an invasion ships, which could let me get some shipping done this game. Yeah, let's go for that. I'm not going to put in any more units. Let's see how that goes. So I'm kind of giving up on the Holtzman engine with that. I feel like Tessie is probably going to get it. She's got the water now to pick up this huge stack on the Great Flat. Okay, Tessia ends up going to tech negotiations, so I could have been... Looks like I would have been blocked on that anyway. 4 reveal for Black Shadow, picks up Freighter Fleet, and hoping for the In the Shadows. Okay, unfortunately I don't have the persuasion to grab that. Spice Hunters and another Spice Hunters. Well, 2 Spice Hunters, let's put it that way. As for me, I'm going to take a liaison, I think, given what's going on up there. Might be a mistake not to take the Spice Hunter. It could be quite helpful. Because I don't really... Oh, okay. Elisa gets Liet Kynes. I don't really have... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I don't have much faction in the deck right now. Okay, well... Well, In the Shadows pops up for Leto. All right. So I get the conflict, I get control of Carthag, so there's some more Solari available for me potentially. I do not have the ability to unlock Fold Space. Which is pretty unfortunate for me. Tessia deciding if she wants to ship right now or potentially grab this spice. There's no hurry on that. Maybe thinking about whether or not to block Fold Space. Yeah, this is kind of weird for me here. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'll do. Interstellar shipping, it is. I doubt that, you know, this thing is going to get turned down. Goes for the up, down. Taking the invasion ships away from me, perhaps? Yep. Yep. Harsh. All right. Yeah, so Tessia now is going to be able to hit shipping every round for the rest of the game, potentially. And I think Shadow's coming from my Freeman Alliance that I don't have, but that I would like to get. I have a feeling that that's what's going on there. I think I'd better smuggle here. I don't think I can afford to actually spend my Solari right now. So I'm going to pass on that. I guess... Actually, I guess I should have used it because... I think I'm going to hit Carthag with the landing rights. It means missing out on the treachery. But I think it's probably worth doing. And that's going to get me that extra Solari that I could have spent, but that's okay. Tech negotiation again for Mr. Burn. That's a couple in a row. I think Tessie is going to end up with this Holtzman engine on top of everything else. God. Oh, God. So I could just recall now, but I think it makes more sense to advance and then smuggle on my upcoming round. Do I want in on this for a single spice? If I do get the single spice, I could potentially steal the Holtzman engine, but it's going to cost me, it's going to cost me a lot. So, well, I could also ambush this. But it's a pretty sketch maneuver because there is still an agent left on Mr. Byrne. We'll see what he does with it. All right, Leto unlocks shipping. Still suits with Liet-Kynes. There's one dagger here. Might be another dagger in hand. All right, I'll take the Spice Trader. Duncan, Idaho is revealed. Let's see what Mr. Byrne has for daggers on reveal. There's no intrigue cards, so as long as there's no dagger, the ambush will do the trick. But if there is, then it's going to be unfortunate. And there is. God damn it. All right, that hurts. I'm not going to play it just to tie this, I don't think. I mean, it was a sketchy play there, to be fair. I honestly shouldn't really have done it, but I was kind of greedy. So Shadow and I are going to tie here. We're both just going to get one spice for our trouble. Mr. Byrne's going to come away with the point. And that hurts. No troops left to play with. This would have been a good one for me to potentially get. But, oh yeah. And I feel like Shadow's gonna go for this one. All right. Well, let's do this. I'll take my Solari. I'll take my troops, and is there even a point to that, or should I... Maybe, you know what? Let me do this. That gets a water on me. That gives me a chance to Hardy Warriors this. But blowing those troops last time certainly hurts. I could have gone straight for the Holtzman engine. To deny it from Tessia, or Elisa probably wants it as well, but doesn't quite have the spice yet. Tech negotiation again. Non-stop tech negotiating from Mr. Byrne over here. Hoping to get that Holtzman engine this or next round. Okay, there's the shipping. I might Hardy Warriors this. But I'm going to Swordmaster first. I almost forgot about the Swordmaster. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, and the Hardy Warriors gets taken away. Huh. Oh my god. Discards the freighter fleet with the invasion ships. And goes to still suits. How much of a deployment is happening here? Wow. Well, if I go to Carthag, I could then ambush it. I think I have to. I can't let this go to Tessia right now, I feel. It sucks not playing the diplomacy, though. It sucks a lot. But 2 influence instead of 1, I guess, is probably still worth it. Okay. We'll see which one of those I use. Definitely going for that Holtzman engine coming up. 1 sword on Tessia. So the ambush will do it. And it looks like I'm going to get a test of humanity, which is pretty nice for me here. Elisa could have... No, Weirding Way is here. Not sure what swords she has available. There's the In the Shadows activation from Leto. Picks up a Sardaukar Legion. Okay, so it's got to be the ambush here. Okay, I'll take the guild and... Who's chasing me here? I'm going to take those 2. It's a little iffy. There's a possibility I should just try to lock this up sooner rather than later. But the good news is that Tessia has already used the snooper token here, so I don't have to worry about her doing like a jump, at least from that. Who got the treachery, though? Leto did. Okay. Leto gets the guild alliance, gets up to 5 Solari. Tessia here, probably going to get Swordmaster this round, but no hurry necessarily for that. Dreadnought and Holtzman engine. Yeah, okay. Minimic film. It's a nice one to get if you can get it. All right, so does Tessia go to shipping now? Otherwise, I could do it. Leto didn't do it. Yeah, okay. Smuggle wouldn't be the worst. because then landing rights could pop it up even more. I'm also not sure if Shadow has any horrible plans for this shipping down with the smuggle, but I think I'd like to use Test of Humanity here and get some selective breeding happening. Oh, I don't have anything to trash. Oh no. Oh no. Why did I think I had a discard pile? Okay. Oh, I'm gonna have to trash the Dune out of hand. All right. That was not done in the right order. But, you know, the thing is, like, if I waited until I'd already played, say, the Spice Trader to discard the Dune to get Spice, the selective breeding might not have been there. So it's okay. But yeah, for some reason I had looked at my deck earlier and I thought that that's what I could trash from. That's my deck, not my discard pile. What? Oh, that was mine there. Okay, so yeah, unfortunately I'm gonna have to trash the Dune out of hand, which is not ideal, but it's all right. I wonder if I go for the Mnemic Film. I think I will. Let's see what we get for an intrigue card. Okay. So I could just reveal for Spice Must Flow if I don't want to play the Diplomacy, but I think I probably should play the Diplomacy to Still Suits here because this is getting a little sketch. Hayliner from Tessia here. Okay. Get some Solari challenging Leto's Alliance a little bit. Yeah, I think I have to do this. 5 water on Tessia. Pretty wild. So unfortunately, yeah, I don't have Spice Must Flow here. Let's see what's available for me when my time comes. Maybe a Chom Directorship will appear. Let me know what you thought of that Still Suits play, rather than... Ooh, a Firm Grip. It's probably not going to last. It's also a little bit late. but certainly still worth taking. Okay. I mean, Worm Riders is not bad for me. I do have the Freeman Alliance, so I'll take it. And do I take another liaison here? I've got a decent amount of 2 influence cards. I don't think I need another liaison at this time. But yeah, 5 water on Tessia is kind of ridiculous. Okay, what's she going to do with this? Probably a down-up if I had to guess. Up-down doesn't accomplish much. Yeah, down-up. Keeping that garrison well-stocked. And takes the Guild Alliance away from the Duke. Cloak and Daggor. Speaking of Daggors, okay, this might be a good time for this. I think I'll take this spice if it's still here. If Tessia doesn't want it, I think I will accept it. Oh my god. The complete insanity. Sonic Snoopers, maybe? Spaceport. Spaceport. So that was another one where Tessia used the invasion ships to discard the freighter fleet. Just insane things happening. But yeah, I think I want to grab all this spice, and then that maybe sets me up for a Hayliner next round. And so maybe actually I don't even use the Dispatch and Envoy here. I would really like to get High Council seat. But I can't just let that sit there, I don't think. So I don't have much else to do this round. If I really wanted to, I could conspire and then maybe get High Council seat so that I can start buying Spice Must Flow next round, but that kind of gives up my chance of hitting Hayliner next round. However, Hayliner is not even that strong for me because these people have tons of troops in their garrison, so 5 troops is good, but it's not that good without me being able to set up this at the same time, so that I could use the diversion to drop it and get a couple more troops. And Mentat is gone. So the issue is if I go to Carthag here, I'm going to get another intrigue card and I'll have too many. So maybe Arakeen is the play. That gets me to 5 persuasion, which doesn't really do anything. Okay. I'm going to conspire. That influence is a point that I need anyway. And getting the High Council seat, I feel, you know, gives me a chance. That saving up for Hayliner didn't feel like it had a high chance of success anyway. It might have worked. You know, I have the Master Tactician as well. It could have worked. And it could have been the better way to go, but I decided to do it this way instead. Shuttle fleet. If some big 8 cost card pops up, I could use the Poison Snooper to get it. All right, so that's done. I now have 3 extra persuasion every round because of the Mnemic Film and the High Council seat. So I definitely want to be getting Spice Must Flows from this point forward. I have a little bit of spice that can be used for selective breeding. I don't have any water for Research Station. Sonic Snoopers wouldn't be bad for me, actually. Just to get rid of these. These are not doing a ton for me. $13. Well, it's a Spice Must Flow for Mr. Byrne. Not yet into the double Spice Must Flows. See what happens with this conflict right now. It's fairly close in terms of the combat strength. Leto with 4, Elisa with 3, Tessia with 4, fighting over Cloak and Dagger, an influence of your choice, and 2 intrigue cards. Leto has 3 intrigue cards in hand. So if he does somehow win this, he'll be over the safety limit. Dr. Ye gets picked up by Elisa. That's interesting. Had 13. Yeah, I mean, okay, you can afford it. Not sure about that. I like Dr. Ye sometimes. Interesting. So, I mean, look, they all would love to win this to get the Bene Gesserit Alliance. Last agent here for Black Shadow. Hits Carthag, feeds me 1 Solari, which is at this point doesn't really matter. Yeah, gives me a chance to hit Dreadnought if I really want to. Puts in some troops. Yeah, definitely would like to get that alliance, I think. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Drops down there. Doesn't want to fight over that alliance. Instead, going to move up towards the Emperor. Okay, I think that makes sense. Hard to fight for this alliance against Leto. Everybody right there. Here, you know, you've got a victory point you're working towards, and maybe you can also get that alliance. Anyway, all right. It's a reveal for me. I think I take this. Honestly, the court intrigue might be good to get me that Emperor point. As crazy as that is. Stilgar is a great card. It's kind of insane to take this instead, but this also lets me trade out intrigue cards. How nuts is that play? Do I have to worry about this being stolen from me? I can't do it. I just can't do it. I really thought about this, so I'm just gonna have to hope I can send a diplomacy up there. I mean, I don't really need to go anywhere else with the diplomacy, but I was very tempted by that, I have to say. It's just, I really need Spice Must Flows. I don't want to put in low persuasion cards right now. Stilgar has persuasion as well as his other benefits. You know, a few swords here, a few swords there. Stilgar plus Worm Riders can end up getting me one of these level 3 conflicts potentially. So I just felt like I couldn't turn him away. The water is no joke either. You know, Stilgar to Still Suits gets 2 water, opens up a research station potentially. I really thought about it. I almost did it. Duncan gets picked up by Mr. Byrne. Mr. Byrne just buying everything. No, sorry. That was Black Shadow that picked up the Duncan. Putting it on top of the deck. Well, he's got plenty of water to use. So I can see that play. That's interesting. Tessia does win. I think she's going to take it here, bumping up all the way to here. That's the final snooper tokens. That's also going to put 2 more troops in the garrison. Tessia's garrison has just been full all game. You had the early invasion ships, which you can't really see there, but you can just kind of see it. Anyway, 5 troops from the invasion ships and then lots of shipping. And now there's more here. There's potentially 2 more on the way. Dear Lord. Battle for Arakeen. Okay, there is the Stilgar. All right, so what is my priority here? This Sonic Snoopers is honestly quite interesting to me. But I do need this point. The shipping has been off the hook for Tessia. And I think Tessia is setting up for discarding the freighter fleet while visiting a combat space to get even more troops. That's my... Yeah, Tessia is setting up. She's going to go to a combat space, drop here, get the Emperor Alliance, get 2 troops, everything's going in. But what am I doing? Never mind what Shadow's doing. Do I need to let Leto have that alliance? I have to get that point while I can. It's just, yeah, I just have to do it. I feel like I just have to get it while I can, because that diplomacy is my only way of getting there. Aside from, like, some kind of shipping play, which I don't have access to. All right, Leto gets 2 alliances in 1 shot. Yikes. Rapid mobilization as well here. Okay, well, I think Tessia can beat that. If I'm right about what Tessia has going on here, if there's a freighter fleet in hand, then how many troops in the garrison? 7. We could see a Hardy Warriors discarding the freighter fleet, getting 2, 4, 6 troops. 8 troops in would be 16 strength. And poor Stilgar here will be, you know, not doing anything. Here it is. No. Wait, what's he discarding? Discarded a dagger. Okay. Didn't have it. Okay, well, that sort of feels like game over then. It could still happen. No, because he already just... It could happen on reveal, I guess. That could be. Okay, what is my play now? Test of humanity to secrets. Let me see what I can get here. It's not great. What is all this? What is all this? Should I have risked it to try to get in there with the private army? I don't think it's going to be good enough. So I'm just going to have to reveal for a Spice Must Flow because I can't play either of these two without dropping to, yeah, my persuasion too low. Okay, what's he going to get? A training drone's on the way? An artillery, maybe? Yeah, unfortunately, I just can't... I can't do it. I mean, if there's another round, maybe, but is there going to be another round? I don't know. I feel like Shadow still could have a major deployment just secretly waiting here. 8 cards in hand, so probably has the freighter fleet in hand. When he reveals, it will get discarded. Or no, it will be revealed. which will trigger it. That'll be 2, 4 troops. That's 8. That's 14. It's not. Only 2 spice must flows. There's the freighter fleet. Oh, but he can't deploy them. Okay, goes for shuttle fleet. Can take the alliance from Leto that way. Can get the point with the Freeman at the same time. Okay, so it looks like we will go to another round here. So who knows, maybe all of this can come in. I mean, the demand respect really isn't going to do much at this point. Not without a plans within plans. But these two with Worm Riders, maybe. I don't have water for Hardy Warriors. I don't have spice for a Hayliner. So this is probably not going to work. I also don't have water for Research Station. And I don't have a card to get to selected breeding with. So I might be in trouble here. I am the only one with High Council. There's a Chomurky. Leto gonna take the alliance back, but it's enough to get us to another round at least. I don't know about this game, man. I feel like this might be a last place game here. Leto's gonna get to 9. Tessia's probably gonna buy like 1 million more Spice Must Flows next round. Maybe not. Shadow has a staged incident to get to 9. Yeah. I somehow have to win a 2-point conflict coming up next. If it's Grand Vision, I guess theoretically if I win, I could take an alliance somewhere. If I win, it's not gonna be easy to do. Okay, it's Battle for Carthag. Okay, I get the defensive bonus here. That's a nice little help. There's the Worm Riders. What does shipping do for me here? It could get me a Chomurky. Someone will surely go to... Oh, Leto's actually already sitting there. I really need to get Spice Must Flow this round. Look at my deck, though. Arakeen is not good for me here. I also need Spice for this. Oh, boy. I'm not buying an intrigue card now because it would really heavily incentivize Leto to go to secrets. I don't know. Maybe I should have. But I kind of want somebody to go to secrets first. I don't think I'm getting Spice Must Flow here. I just kind of have to go for this conflict. All right, so Leto went to Wealth. He got the Alliance back. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Still has 4 intrigue cards though, so somebody might go to secrets now. Troop transports. Oh, okay. I could. I still need a spice. Oh yeah, I'm getting spice here. Let me just lock that up. But without being able to buy a Spice Must Flow, the best I can get to if I win this is 10. Maybe I should have risked the intrigue cards. Maybe I should have. I could have gotten an intrigue card with my signet ring. I could have... Yeah, maybe I should have risked it. I could have gone to Carthag. Hayliner from Tessia. Okay, so I've got 1 sword here on Spice Trader. And that can get me spice for a tiebreaker. I think I might need that. I've got plenty of swords to add here to try to win this conflict. There's Leto hitting secrets. 5 intrigue cards on Leto. So we'll see how this goes. I don't know what end games people might have. So Tessia has 1 point there in the Holtzman engine. Leto has 4 intrigue cards. Who knows? Research station. How many Spice Must Flows is it going to be? How many Spice Must Flows? So as for combat strength, I'll be at 12, 18, 23, 26. Pass. Leto takes Solari there, which is interesting. I feel like Spice would make more sense for a potential tiebreaker. Okay, actually no Spice Must Flows here. Hand clogged up with Spice Must Flows. Clogged up by Spice Must Flows. If Leto doesn't have any endgame points and I'm able to win this conflict and nobody else has endgame points, there's a chance I could win the game. Elisa currently on 9. Okay, so Shadow going for this, which makes a lot of sense. Of course, you would go for it. Let's see if this is good enough. Okay, how many intrigues does Leto have? Does Shadow have a combat intrigue? No. Okay. Does demand respect do anything for me? It would get me an intrigue card here. What's the Spice tiebreaker situation? Tessia and Leto each get 3. If I spend 2, I'm still okay. Let's see what I get for an intrigue card. Blackmail. Oh, machine culture. Plans within plans. Grand conspiracy. Oh. Wow. That was a very close one. Oh my goodness me. That Spice, man. This came down to that Spice tiebreaker. So that play with the Spice Trader to Haga Basin to load up on Spice, that's what got me the victory. Ooh, I had the Solari on the next player, but... So there was a plans within plans on Elisa, but she just did not have it. Not even close. There was a grand conspiracy on Tessia. She had the influence requirements, did not have High Council, did not have Dreadnoughts, did not have Spice Must Flow. Leto... No. So Elisa did have the machine culture, but it came down to the Spice tiebreaker. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. Well, hey, that's my first place in the tournament. Look at the score here. 10-10, 8-10. Very close game. It came right down to the wire. So, I mean, look, I complained about the Sonic Snoopers. I complained about those intrigue cards. Ultimately, I mean, I didn't need much. It came down really to... Honestly, it came down to being able to get that troop transports at the last second. that troop transport's popped up just in time for me to get it and get into this conflict with it. Without the troop transports, I don't know. Maybe I still could have done it. The troop transports essentially gave me 1 extra troop. It let me deploy them immediately, but I did visit combat spaces after, so I could have still deployed the 2 troops I got here. So it would have been -1 troop. So the private army, I think, still would have gotten me over the line. I wouldn't have been able to play the demand respect, but that's fine. So I think I guess I still think I could have done it even without the troop transports there. And however, my plan was to take Chomurky, I think. And that could have actually cost me the game. I was really thinking about taking that Chomurky. That's the reason I went up here. But if I had done that, it would have cost me a little bit more spice. It would have given me 2 more intrigue cards. So who knows what those would have been. I may have gotten something stolen from me. Hard to say. Very hard to say, but... Okay. All right, so let's take a look at the standings. But I think that means that I'm in the running here. I'm in the running in this group. Because I really needed at least 1 first place, if not 2. I now have 1. So my current record is second, first. All right, I'll be right back with the updated standings right now. Okay, we got the win. We got the win. I said I think I needed at least 1. We got 1. So the question is, can we get another one? But let's take a look at where things stand now. So with that win, I now have 11 points. So that puts me tied with Double D Kemi and Chimamanda with 11, where our worst case scenario is 12 points. So I think I have a shot at top 4, but it's still not for sure. Yoruya with a game to play could theoretically get to 15 points. Manta could get to 13. Black Shadow could get to 14. And that's kind of where we're at. Mr. Bird, unfortunately, with that situation, is now eliminated from top 4 contention. Now, I could, if I knew exactly who was playing who in the next games, we could get into more detail about exactly what the possible results are. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of confusion at the moment about who is playing in which games. There's 2 games left to play in Group D, so hopefully that'll get sorted out. I don't know when the next game will happen, but when it happens, you'll be sure to see it very soon afterwards. So that's the situation. We do have a chance. We're still in it, which is very exciting. All right, well, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Take care.